This month's recipes are all about Thanksgiving. Today we are going to be making our own ghee to use in the other recipes this month. First, what is ghee? Many people think ghee is the same thing as clarified butter. It sort of is. Ghee is a type of clarified butter, but not all clarified butter is ghee. Clarified butter is basically butter that has been cooked down to remove the water and milk solids from the butter fat. Ghee is taking that another step further and cooking it longer to brown the milk solids to give it a slight nutty flavor. Cooking it longer also ensures that all of the water is evaporated, which is important if you want to infuse it with garlic or onion because the FODMAPs will leach into water. Making your own ghee sounds intimidating, but it's actually pretty simple. All we need is butter, a saucepan, preferably a deep and heavy bottomed one, and something to strain with. Most people prefer to use unsalted butter so the ghee won't have a salty flavor, but really any butter you want to use will work. I'm using a kilo or roughly 2.2 pounds of unsalted butter today. I already cut the butter into cubes so it will melt faster. We want to turn the heat on low. You may be tempted to turn the heat higher to speed things up, but don't do that. We don't want the butter to burn. We're going for low and slow. You can cover it for about the first minute while the butter melts, but be sure to take the lid off because we want the water to be able to evaporate. As the butter melts, you're going to notice a white foam on the top as the water evaporates. We don't want to stir the butter so the milk solids can fall to the bottom, but if it does get too foamy and you can't see the bottom, you can skim some of this off. After the milk solids sink to the bottom, we have clarified butter. But since we're making ghee, we want to let them brown a bit while keeping an eye on them so they don't burn. We want the butter fat to turn a dark golden color instead of the yellow that it started at. Once it has turned this color and your kitchen smells like popcorn, remove it from the heat and strain it through a fine strainer and cheesecloth and store it in an airtight container. I can't find anything official from the USDA about how long homemade ghee lasts, but the general consensus I found online is it is good at room temperature for about 3 months or refrigerated for about a year. I use it so much though that I never even get close to mine making it that long before I use it all up. I'm going to infuse some of this ghee with garlic, rosemary, and thyme to use in my next video, homemade mashed potatoes and gravy. Remember, if you want to infuse your ghee with garlic or onion, you need to wait until after you've strained it. FODMAPs will leach into water, so we want to make sure all of the water has evaporated and the milk solids are removed so we are just left with the butter fat. Infusing ghee works the same way as infusing oil, so check out my other video where I infuse olive oil if you need to know how to infuse it. The theme this month is Thanksgiving, so leave a comment of your favorite Thanksgiving dish you want me to make low FODMAP. See y'all next time!